सत श्री अकाल। पंजाब स्टार टीवी वेख रहे सारे दर्शकों नूं जी आयां नूं। लैके हाजिर हाँ कैनेडा न्यूज़ बुलेटिन। मैं हाँ कमलरीत कौर। सब तो पहला नज़र मारते हाँ हैडलाइनस ते। ओंटारियो सरकार कर सकती है स्टेट ऑफ एमरजेंसी विच वाधा। प्रीमियर फोर्ड दे हाइड्रो पावर रेटां बारे भी दित्ती जानकारी। ओंटारियो विच कोविड-19 दे 404 नवे मामले आए सामने। डॉक्टर याफी वालों दित्ती गई जानकारी। प्रधानमंत्री जस्टिन ट्रूडो ने म्यूनसिपैलिटीज़ लई ऐलानिया $2.2 मिलियन दा फंड। अमरीका विच वापरी घटना नूं दस्सिया दुखदाई। हुण खबरां विस्तार नाल। ओंटारियो दे प्रीमियर डग फोर्ड ने कहा कि बेशक ये साल औखा है पर तिन्ने सरकारां इकट्ठियां होकर लड़ रहीआं हन। प्रीमियर फोर्ड ने ऐलान किया कि फुल टाइम पावर की वरतों करन वालियां नूं 12.8 सेंट पर किलोवाट रेट 24 घंटे लगेगा। उन्हें आख्या कि जेकर कोई परिवार बिल नहीं भर सकिया उसका बिजली कनैक्शन नहीं कट्टिया जाएगा अते नवे रेट सब नूं बिलां ते लग के आ जाएगा।
Starting today, we're announcing the new COVID-19 recovery rate for all time of use customers. Families, small businesses, and farms will pay a fixed rate of 12.8 cents per kilowatt hour, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This rate will remain in effect until October 31st. The new rate will simply show up on your bill. And for those families who are struggling right now, no one, and I repeat, no one, will have their power cut off because they can't afford to pay their hydro bill right now. We're extending the ban on the power disconnections for residential customers until July 31st. And today, we're also introducing the new COVID-19 Energy Assistance Program. This program will provide support to low-income families who are struggling to pay their electricity bills. It will provide a one-time payments to cover electricity debts incurred during the COVID-19 period. We're also giving our small businesses a hand up. The new COVID-19 Energy Assistance Program for small business will provide support to small businesses that are struggling to pay their electricity bills due to the outbreak. Right now, every dollar counts. And these hydro relief measures are just another way we're working to support you during this time.
ओंटारियो दी एसोसीएट मैडिकल अधिकारी डॉक्टर याफी ने दस्सिया कि बीते दिन 404 नवे मामले सामने आए हैं। उन्होंने दस्सिया कि इस विचों 120 टोरंटो विचों 103 पील रीजन विचों सामने आए हैं। बीते दिन ही 10 मौतां भी होईयां ने ते कुल मौतां दा अंकड़ा 2276 हो गया है।
We now have a total of 28,263 confirmed cases of COVID-19 reported in Ontario. Over the weekend, the increase in cases was in the low 300s, 323 on Saturday, 326 on Sunday. We have jumped just over the 400 mark today with an increase of 404 cases, which is 1.5% increase over yesterday's report. Of these 404 new cases, over half are from Toronto, 120, and Peel, 103. The number of healthcare workers who have tested positive is about 17% of all cases, 4,730. Again, a cumulative number, not representing those currently positive. The number of Ontarians who have recovered from COVID-19 now stands at 78% of cases, or 22,153. Currently, we have 781 people in hospital. Of them, 125 are in the ICU, and of those, 89 are on a ventilator. And tragically, we do continue to see deaths related to COVID-19. To date, we have 2,276 deaths reported, representing an increase of 10 deaths from the previous report. With respect to long-term care homes, according to the Integrated Public Health Information System, we have 181 active outbreaks currently in long-term care. We have a cumulative total of 5,097 confirmed cases in residence and a cumulative total of 1,814 cases in staff. 1,445 deaths have been reported in residents and 8 deaths for healthcare workers.
ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਾਪਰੀ ਘਟਨਾ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਰੋਸ ਪ੍ਰਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਬੋਲਦਿਆਂ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਦੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਜੋਨ ਟੋਰੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਰੇਸਿਜ਼ਮ ਦੁਖਦਾਈ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੱਢੇ ਗਏ ਮਾਰਚ ਤੋਂ ਸਾਫ਼ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਭਾਵਨਾਵਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਠੇਸ ਪੁੱਜੀ ਹੈ। ਮੇਅਰ ਨੇ ਸਾਫ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਐਂਟੀ ਬਲੈਕ ਰੇਸਿਜ਼ਮ ਯੂਨਿਟ ਸਿਟੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਬਣਾਈ ਜਾਵੇਗੀ।
On the weekend, immediately after Saturday's peaceful but very heartfelt march, I acknowledge the hurt and the frustration and the anger and the emotional fatigue that I know many people are feeling across North America, including in our own city. I went on to say that we are shocked at what we see happening in the United States, but we must acknowledge that we are not immune from some of those very same issues right here. Anti-black racism does exist in our city and in our country. That is an important and honest acknowledgement for me to make as your mayor, because it forms an important part of the framework for action. You have to be honest about the existence of a problem if you want to meaningfully address it. This past weekend, thousands of people marched peacefully in our city to register a total rejection of anti-black racism and anti-Indigenous racism, causes shared by all of us. We have taken some important first steps in the City of Toronto by establishing, for example, North America's first anti-black racism unit, which is hard at work on this issue inside the government of the City of Toronto. The peaceful march we saw here in Toronto indicates a genuine desire of many people to be heard on these issues and to help to find solutions. I am proud of the way that we as Torontonians expressed our solidarity and our determination to do better. The fight for justice and equality and the fight against racism and discrimination is one that all Torontonians support. That means we must step up our efforts and renew our dedication to this cause like never before. As Masai Ujiri said it so well today, the conversation can no longer be avoided because it is hard.
ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਦੀ ਚੀਫ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਅਧਿਕਾਰੀ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਜਿਵੇਲਾ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੀਤੇ ਦਿਨ 164 ਮਾਮਲੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆਏ ਹਨ। ਠੀਕ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਮਰੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦੀ ਗਿਣਤੀ 8630 ਹੋ ਗਈ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ 184 ਦਾ ਵਾਧਾ ਬੀਤੇ ਦਿਨ ਹੋਇਆ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਆਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਕੋਵਿਡ-19 ਗੰਭੀਰ ਅਸਰ ਪਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, ਇਸ ਲਈ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸਾਵਧਾਨੀਆਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਨੇ।
Today, there are 164 new COVID-19 infections in Toronto. To date, 8,630 people have recovered, an increase of 184 since yesterday. As always, for more detailed data on the status of COVID-19 cases in our city, I would ask that you please visit our website. Earlier today, the agenda was published for our next virtual Board of Health meeting that will be taking place on June the 8th. At this meeting, I will be providing an update on our COVID-19 response. With the report for this agenda item now public, I thought it would be a good time to share this information with you. Since January, my team and I have been responding to the COVID-19 outbreak here in our city. In the earlier phases of the pandemic, our focus was to prevent COVID-19 cases, protect our city's vulnerable residents and the capacity of our local health system to care for us, and to save lives. We achieved this by implementing strict public health and physical distancing measures. While COVID-19 has drastically altered our lives, and tragically, we have lost too many of our friends, our family members, and other loved ones.
ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜਸਟਿਨ ਟਰੂਡੋ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਮਿਊਨਿਸਪੈਲਿਟੀਜ਼ ਲਈ $2.2 ਬਿਲੀਅਨ ਦੇ ਫੰਡ ਐਲਾਨੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਮਿਊਨਿਸਪੈਲਿਟੀਜ਼ ਦੀ ਵਿੱਤੀ ਹਾਲਤ ਖਰਾਬ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੰਮਕਾਜ ਰੁਕਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਆਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਬੇਸ਼ੱਕ ਗੈਪ 10-12 ਬਿਲੀਅਨ ਦਾ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਐਲਾਨੇ ਹੋਏ ਫੰਡ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਕੰਮ ਚਲਾਉਣ ਵਿੱਚ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਪਾਉਣਗੇ। ਟਰੂਡੋ ਮੁਤਾਬਿਕ ਇਹ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਹੈ, ਅੱਗੇ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਸਹਾਇਤਾ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਵੇਗੀ।
From testing clinics to programs for seniors, cities and towns provide essential services. So it's crucial that they have the resources they need. In response to COVID-19, we will make available $2.2 billion for municipalities in the coming weeks through their yearly federal support with the Gas Tax Fund. Normally, municipalities receive these payments in 2 installments, but we know that cities and towns need this money right away as they deal with COVID-19. That's why we're making the full 2020-21 payment available now. Minister McKenna has sent letters to all of her provincial and territorial counterparts to outline how this accelerated process will work. But here's the bottom line. This is strong support to keep Canadians safe and our communities strong. And it's support that will give businesses the confidence to reopen, getting hardworking Canadians back on the job. This is a start. We know there's more to be done to support municipalities and to support the entire reopening process. In the days and weeks to come, we'll keep working with the provinces and territories on this and on a whole range of other measures.
ਕੰਜ਼ਰਵੇਟਿਵ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਆਗੂ ਐਂਡਰਿਊ ਸ਼ੀਅਰ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਮੁੜ ਲਿਬਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਐਲਾਨੇ ਰਿਲੀਫ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮਾਂ ਤੇ ਉਂਗਲ ਚੁੱਕੀ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿਸਥਾਰ ਦੀ ਮੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ। ਸ਼ੀਅਰ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਹਾਲੇ ਤੱਕ ਟੈਕਨੀਕਲ ਸਮੱਸਿਆਵਾਂ ਵੀ ਦੂਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕੀ।
Now, Conservatives have put forward constructive solutions to fix what are largely technical problems so that Canadians can get the help that they need. But instead of making these simple changes, Justin Trudeau is letting Canadians down. He promised in March to fix the problems. Well, it's now June. For example, Brant Tractor, a company in my riding, can't access the wage subsidy because they acquired another company in the fall. Like so many businesses, they have been hit hard, and their workers need help to be able to stay on the job. Now, I have repeatedly raised this issue with the Prime Minister and Minister of Finance. So why haven't they fixed this technical issue impacting companies and workers across the country? On April 8th, Conservatives called on the government to give back to small businesses the GST they had remitted in the last year. This would have provided much needed cash flow to literally thousands of businesses across the country. We also raised concerns with the wage subsidy and proposed changing the criteria so that businesses could demonstrate their 30% revenue loss using other metrics like loss of earnings, subscriptions, or orders. Thousands of companies can't access the wage subsidy because of this barrier. In fact, according to the Department of Finance, uptake has been only half of what the government expected. So why won't the Trudeau Liberals help these companies? On April 26th, we asked the Prime Minister to change the criteria for the Canada Emergency Business Account so that small businesses who use a checking account can qualify.
ਬੁਲੇਟਿਨ ਦੇ ਅਖੀਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਫਿਰ ਤੋਂ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਮਾਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਹੈਡਲਾਈਨਸ ਤੇ। ontario ਸਰਕਾਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ ਸਟੇਟ ਆਫ ਐਮਰਜੈਂਸੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਾਧਾ, ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਫੋਰਡ ਦੇ ਹਾਈਡਰੋ ਪਾਵਰ ਰੇਟਾਂ ਬਾਰੇ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ। ontario ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਵਿਡ-19 ਦੇ 404 ਨਵੇਂ ਮਾਮਲੇ ਆਏ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ, ਡਾਕਟਰ ਯਾਫੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਗਈ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ। ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜਸਟਿਨ ਟਰੂਡੋ ਨੇ ਮਿਊਨਿਸਪੈਲਿਟੀਜ਼ ਲਈ ਐਲਾਨਿਆ $2.2 ਮਿਲੀਅਨ ਦਾ ਫੰਡ, ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਾਪਰੀ ਘਟਨਾ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਦੁਖਦਾਈ। ਫਿਲਹਾਲ ਇਸ ਬੁਲੇਟਿਨ 'ਚ ਇੰਨਾ ਹੀ। ਨਵੀਆਂ ਤਾਜ਼ਾ ਤਰੀਨ ਖਬਰਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਮਨੋਰੰਜਨ ਭਰਪੂਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮਾਂ ਦਾ ਲਾਹਾ ਲੈਣ ਲਈ ਬਣੇ ਰਹੋ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਸਟਾਰ ਟੀਵੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ। ਧੰਨਵਾਦ।